It's funny when you get into a whole bunch of projects done by other clients, you get dragged into things and you can't finish your own work. It's funny how that works. Literally.
Hello world.
What's up, everyone? This is yours truly, the Whirlwind. I'm just here updating you on the things that I got going on. So, first things first. Currently, still working on a video game project with family and my cousin's company. It's going pretty well. I'm finished up the poster a couple weekends ago. Excuse me. Um, Currently working on other character designs and rotational characters, such as the backs and fronts of the main characters. And after that, I think I'll be moving on to getting on to their battle sequence art. Basically, all their movements for each attack that they use, but I won't be filling in the gaps. So hopefully, we have decent enough animators to take my work and make them into decent enough game sprites. But with whatever you do, just keep us in your mind, prayers on that project, and I'll let you know about more on that when I get the go ahead to actually explain better details than what I can explain right now. Also, I'm working with a company called The Tape Thing. Well, the product is called The Tape Thing under the name of Collision Edge. You can check them out, collisionedge.com. They produce cores for tapes, for basically painter's tapes, duct tape, all sorts of kind of giant tape cores, plus the artist tape that allows pinstriping and junk like that, which is really cool. Got to enjoy watching that being used and how airbrush painters get to use that for car designs, Yeti cups, and motorcycle helmets and motorcycle bodies. It's really interesting on how they use tape in their setup. But anyway, back on to what I got going on. Just notified the video games and the packaging designs. I'm trying to get back into Skylark, and I'm practicing right now on comic battles with certain friends of mine. I'm also in the works of investing in more equipment for those that can help me out in contracts I collect on. Currently looking into getting my software updated, getting better software for my Adobe's, like Photoshop, After Effects, and Illustrator, stuff like that. Trying to actually get into the now practice of working in animation. Still doing tutorials online and stuff like that, and figuring things out for myself. And since I've worked in animation for a short time as a storyboard artist for full-fledged animation, I can also talk about that either. Though it did require me to draw over 600 something drawings for the storyboard for the main story, which was fun and enjoyable. Stressful, but very, very enjoyable. Wish I could do some more stuff like that, but I'll be doing more of that for myself. Trying to juggle my things on with Skylark, trying to figure out other things. I've still been writing more for it, as I haven't been able to really draw for it currently since I've been doing so many other things. Some of my personal art that I've been doing has been random instead of on scheduling of Skylark work or anything like that. I hate the fact that I got comics started and it's probably like 6-7 months overdue on Smack Jeeves for Skylark, but I guess because I've been putting in so much time with working and pulling other commissions and contracts with other companies, it's been keeping me from doing some of my personal wants. And sometimes your personal wants have to be put to the side for personal needs, if that makes sense. Got to make money, in order to take care of things. I'm a husband. Uh, I'm a father figure to a fur baby, which is fine. I love my cat. Um, there's a lot trying to be accomplished with Times 3 Factory, and it's just been very hard. Um, Say I live near Pinewood Studios, and have a few things I've been trying to accomplish with that. Just grabbing some contracts with them as a team. Granted, that my team currently is just me and another. Um, as an artist wise, there's more to us than just that, but it's only two artists currently, and I'm the main artist at the moment. And my current assistant, he's following through some really good stuff. I've been helping him out with a lot of things, teaching him, um, showing him the ropes on the digital field, and trying to get him prepared for business for his own sake as well as being a freelancer. And I think a lot of us artists need to be able to stick together and be able to help each other out in those areas. Um, it's hard to find those type of friends or artists that you know have the potential, and being able to help each other out with each other's projects. And I think that's where I've had my hard times. I never went to school for any of the stuff I've done or learned. I've self-taught, so it's just been hard because I didn't have enough artist friends to actually pick and bounce ideas off of, and for other help here and there. So I had to do what I could to make certain friends through the internet, through conventions. Even they, have their own projects they're working on, so it tends to get hard for me to even feel like asking them for certain help. So Skylark is a big thing in my life that I want to be my Times 3 Factory's poster boy, along with an old story setup that I've been wanting to rewrite with my co-writer on the Omegas. And it's an old superhero team that I had set up. Plus, it was a story before it was a team with the excuse my computer in the background. I'm doing updates. Doing basically, it was a superhero from Hawaii, and he ended up needing to have to make a team after his conflicts with being a hero. And then when things started getting harder for him, he knew he needed to bring others into a group to help, accomplish missions on, helping people, saving cities, uh, redirecting meteorites and junk like that coming to the Earth, and alien invasions, at least enemy alien invasions. This is an old setup that I used to write for as a kid, many moons ago, when my writing was horrible, even though I still made great grades with my writing, and with the fact of being extremely, extremely dyslexic. But I was able to pursue the things I wanted to pursue. Um, Being an artist is a hard thing. One of the hardest careers out there. And it's not about being uh, able to fulfill things with your talent. It's more the factor of there's a lot of people in this world that feel like art is really nothing, and art is everything. From the tennis shoes you wear, from the toilet seat you sit on throughout the day, through the cars you drive, through the laptop keys and screen and the casing that's on it. It had to be drawn before it was designed and built. So I've run into a lot of people that just, don't understand those things. But when it comes down to being with other artists, we all feed and feel what's going on is because we understand each other. And I think that's what I'm missing with a lot of things too. My company that I'm trying to put together is I wanted to be thriving. I wanted to be functional. I wanted to be successful. I'm not in it just for me. Don't get me wrong, it is my dream, but I also wanted to be able to be a stepping stone, a functional support for those that are trying to get somewhere as well. If anybody could work under the name, I greatly appreciate it. And plus, I'm trying to build contracts so the team itself, I'm not wanting to just get, freebies here and there. Don't get me wrong, that's accepted if you can help me get to the places I need to get to. But I'm struggling on my own, trying to actually put money into it as well. That's the reason why I take in so many commissions, so many jobs outside of my 9 to 5 job. My reasons behind Times 3 Factory is to entertain people, inspire. Another thing with it is you need more multicultural heroes. I'm a black artist, and a good number of my characters are black. My main heroes. Skylark has a wide cultural ethnicity choice in the characters. It's dealing with pirates, so it has its characters with different backgrounds, different ethnicities, and that's important when it comes down to a team. Being able to work together, even though you're very, very different, whether different in personality, different in color, different in beliefs, but if you meet in certain areas that are alike, sometimes you forget how different you are. And that's one of the things I've been trying to show with Skylark, even though I've been working on that for 3 years. I have stuff drawn that I haven't shown people. I have stuff colored I haven't even shown people, but the stuff is still being worked on. And I've been having to go back and forth, and I've watched my style change as I return and leave and return again. And I'm still steadily growing with my art style. There are a lot of things in it that I don't like, but I've noticed a lot of interesting changes. With my art style, I am heavily Eastern inspired. Eastern inspired, basically manga, Japanese anime style. But I also grew up on a lot of Western, us as an American artist in the comic field. I used to draw a lot of Marvel books and everything when I was a kid, copying their styles of anatomy, fighting styles, action scenes, and jazz like that. So my art style kind of pulls from between both. And I love it when other artists notice it, where my style is a mix of both Eastern and Western, which is awesome. And it does hurt every now and again when someone just says, "Oh, you like the Japanese anime stuff?" When I see your art, that's all I see is the Japanese. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm heavily inspired by the Japanese, but I like the mix that I happen to have. I guess when it comes down to it, when you're not artistic and you just like the sight of art, a lot of times people won't recognize exactly that. But I guess when you get in with the crew that likes to draw and do all that stuff, they tend to know and pick off and see the inspired, regions of your art style, and that makes me happy. And I think that's where being a team and having a good team helps you out. I notice when my assistant is here, he gets a lot of cool ideas, and he's psyched and stoked when I get in, and helping him out with stuff. Even with him just sitting next to me as we're drawing our separate things, I see that he feeds off me. And the funny thing is I feed off of his inspiration as well. Um, I care for those that help me or just even enjoy my work. Um, I want people to enjoy the things I draw. I also wanted to be able to be decent enough stories for people to want to travel to or listen and read or watch. However, my stuff gets out there. I've been planning a lot of stories. I hate the fact that I haven't been able to really, get anything finalized for you guys. Maybe it's the way the world is trying to mold me to become better and get to a more desired point and where I'm trying to show my work. Or maybe I do have to put my time into working with other people before I can actually get my stuff out there. I'm not too sure. It's all God's plan from what from what I feel. But I have a lot of things I want to work on with Times 3 Factory. I really do. I want it to be a decent artist community on working projects with animation, comics, video games. Funny thing is I used to deny when I'm working on video games. Why? Because I know so many gamers that play games for the competitiveness and the sport of it than understanding or getting into the story. As many as the gaming podcasts I listen to, it seems like when they get into campaign mode, they just play. They skip, the cutscenes and everything, and that would hurt me as a storyteller. But if they enjoy the game, something that I produce, then that's cool too. But my main thing is I'm wanting to be a storyteller. It's one of the oldest forms of art out there, along with drawing. I have no clue on music, but I love music as well, and I want decent enough music to work with both Skylark, Omegas, and any of my older or newer projects I would like to work on, or I'd like to eventually work on, but I can't work on everything. And that's where I feel I need a bigger team. So I am opening up my arms to those that are willing to help me out, and I'm willing to help you out. And like I said, I'm investing on, programs, software, and digital hardware, more computers. I'm actually putting together a few lists for some new email. I'm putting together a new list for some new computers I'm trying to actually build, because as of me getting older, I'm 29, going on 30. I'm also looking into getting a bigger studio where I can have others come in and we work, learn, and be able to get projects together. The one thing that I don't ever see is how certain YouTubers get together and work on projects with each other. Don't know how they met, but they work with each other. Don't know how their situations are, but I feel in the same artist aspect that I'm trying to get from what they do is to accomplish the things they do for me and others. And I say me a lot because, yes, Times 3 Factory is me. I can count the members on one hand. Granted, I feel like I would love to have more supporting artists in all this. So, all in all, that's my description on all that. Letting you all know what I got going on. And, yeah, hopefully some of y'all can help support me. I have my website, times3factory.com. TIMES, the number 3, factory, FACTORY. CTORY.com. If anybody can help out, I have a donation spot on there. Plus, if you have any commissions, hit me up on my contacts on the Times 3 Factory website. Throw up some descriptions on what would you like done, and we can go from there. All right, well, you all take care. God bless, and you'll be hearing from me again.